morning everyone, Liam Catterson here with episode 2 of season 5 for Orphan Black, which is called Clutch of Greed. Really fantastic stuff opening off the fifth and final season, of course. But it was just fantastic stuff opening up with Neolution having a tighter hold than ever, I guess, especially with their ambition, with them being able to capture, Ali. They've got Art to comply, of course, at the stake of his daughter, I assume. Sarah got tranked at the very end, of course, as we saw. And Cosima's willing to stay, of course, at Revival, which, P.T. Westmoreland, oversees, I guess. So everything's looking good for Neolution at this point. Not looking good. Well, I don't know. Maybe they will have great ambitions by the end of it, but I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. Especially with because their main, thing, of course, as we know with Revival and, P.T. Westmoreland's ambition is basically immortality. Cancel away death, aging, all that kind of stuff. Because, of course, we had that little girl with cancer, I believe it was. So, that could be washed away. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how things go and how downwards that Neolution will, descend into, because of course it sounds good on paper, like I said, but, in reality it's going to turn out horribly, horribly bad. So with that said, let's just delve into episode 2 of Orphan Black season 5. Let's go.
You need to listen to him.
I'm so interested with these, mental visions. Now Mrs. S has been brought in. Oh, this is familiar, Rachel, yeah. Now go for the other eye.
My trial's underway.
Are you serious?
Yeah, if it proves efficacious on me, then I'm to expand treatment to all the Lita sisters.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes,
those are my exact words too.
Fingers crossed, though. Oh.
Hey!
Sounds like she's got work to do.
Rude!
Cut the shit. What are you after?
This is scary.
Your cooperation with Kira. We'd like to study her here at Life.
Oh yeah, that's a complete no.
Affect your life. Shove it up your bleached ass.
Ooh.
Regularly scheduled.
Someone's gonna have to clean that up though, because that's dangerous.
Non-invasive study. Study of what? Of her unique physiology.
That's Aisha. She's sick, but PT's gonna cure her as well.
She's the one
full of promises up there, isn't he?
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Do you think I can meet her?
Apparently he can keep these promises.
Basement window, across Beasley's yard, just avoid the end of the street.
I know. Who do you think invented sneaking out of this house?
I did. You did, actually. This time, you're gonna go out the front door with your daughter by the hand.
There's a little, especially when she puts some emphasis there. It's great though that they've not fully,
Off to school then.
they've fully given into Neolution, even though they've got a powerful grip now.
Clone phones, version 5.0.
Yes!
End-to-end encryption. Hopefully.
Red!
Me, S, Helena, Allison, so we got extras here.
Thank God!
We found MK.
Oh my God, you're joking.
And thank God
Where did you
for that
find
too.
her?
She contacted one of our Sarah Manning avatars. We verified it.
The bait worked.
Where is she really though, geographically?
Her last
Of course we're
message
gonna
was
end this season with the best colour. I'm just saying.
That's my loft.
She's playing bait too.
Can I get a CAT scan for Mrs. Hendricks?
Come on, Doc, you're freaking us out. What's going on here?
It looks normal, doesn't it?
It's good news. The wound is no longer visible.
They got super healing!
No longer
They got
visible.
super
What does that
healing!
mean?
Frankly, I'm not sure. It's remarkable.
She lived here to the ripe old age of 263. A record like mine.
Wow,
That's
that's really
PT.
good in the picture.
Please sit. Through Neolution science.
I was
and my
expecting-
own genetics,
I don't know what I
lived
was
a
expecting,
very long
actually.
life. It appears effective.
Awesome stuff, awesome stuff, awesome stuff.
How would
That's what
you
we want to
feel
hear.
about continuing on with your work after
The
you've
other leaders.
developed a cure for yourself and your sisters? Save your sisters. And perhaps one day you'll cast your keen eyes in the direction of the cow.
This guy is a complete interesting
When does it start?
character.
Please surround yourself with any more, but by all means, let's go and collect Kira.
You can be part of
He
this
doesn't
change,
like
or
this,
you can
does
be
he?
part of the past.
I mean, he's a bit of a sadist, but I mean, he was begging for Rachel to. Oh, I don't need her anymore. Whatever.
Hello, bastards.
So, we're going into MK's underground. What does that look like?
Well, we
Have a
need
good
a
luck.
driver,
Just,
take her to another driver, and then another.
just go.
She knows what she's doing.
MK says that when you do this, the door closes behind you forever. Sarah, you know that you and Kira can never come back.
What time is it?
Bell rings in 2 hours.
Especially
There must be at least a dozen
I
men between
mean,
here and
this
the
is a
school.
hot spot.
Yeah.
Okay, you cow. Let's go kidnap my daughter.
Sounds so weird, doesn't it? Of course, but
Well, you seem to have this in hand. I'm going to watch from the other side of the building.
he is salty.
She's busting out early, Kiki.
Kiki's such a nice name.
See you tomorrow.
I hope so.
I hope so. What? Are you envisioning that he's gonna die? I'm kidding.
Good.
That reason to feel.
Mom, where are we going?
Could you come with me to the office, sir? Hey,
You did your best. You did your best.
I'm gonna have to report you.
Oh, the nice little switcheroo. Nice, nice. They've got this all black, and that's the thing though. This is a really hectic and crowded area. So, good luck.
Yes, I understand puncture. Okay. Good.
Oh shit! Oh my lord! She had her concerns.
Car keys.
Bloody hell! Sarah's gonna be gone because she's the master of disappearance.
Sarah?
Just approach that bend. Oh, he's approaching it. He's gonna give me £5 if I'm right. You all owe me £5. I'm kidding.
New privacy networks, cryptocurrency marketplaces. There's no data. There's not enough data. We need more data. Mika, I just want to save my
Questions so
daughter.
many.
I know.
I was gonna say, with a burn mark,
This is
would that be
bigger than
noticeable though? Like to Ferdinand, even in disguise?
Car keys. Go. End of the alley. Thank you for trying, Sarah.
Okay.
I wish you could have been.
Sweetheart,
Oh shit, go on,
I have
MK.
no idea.
In the head!
You know that outfit is inspiring in me right now.
Oh shit.
Turn around. Slowly.
That's how he's not
Sit
noticing
down.
the scar, of course.
Let's talk about this.
Oh, I think it's about time, Rachel, you started following my instructions.
She's gonna stab him. She's gonna stab. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh!
You hurt me, Rachel.
Oh my god! Holy sh! Oh my god. You son of a bitch. Oh no.
MK's dead.
You don't know that.
I don't feel her anymore.
say that.
I want to know why I'm like this, and I don't want to go with you.
That's enough.
I'm going with Rachel.
No, that's enough.
Let me out.
Shit.
You want to go with Rachel?
She even said she wants to know why she's like this.
Leave. She wants to know why she's like this.
That's what she
We
said.
can't run from it any longer.
I mean, I don't want to trust Rachel, but if I was a kid and I had this ability, I would want to know what the hell is going on.
Body is taken care of, and Sima's to ship out Gay out to the street.
She's getting rid of him. No. But he's felt that he's felt that she's a completely different person, which goes to the fact that it's strengthening my Rachel is not who we see theory. I'm kidding. Okay, this is going to be interesting since she's out of that creepy guy's path.
Because I don't have that much time, and I don't know who to trust.
Neither do I.
But Sarah can't know that I'm here. This has to stay between us. It's safer if they don't know that we're communicating.
Ooh.
I'm listening.
Oh, spicy. Sad times. Again, emotional. This episode packed an emotional presence, but it wasn't for happy reasons, unlike the last episode, of course, where, there was that glimmer of hope for Cosima. Instead, it was sadness, and you're filled with rage as well. That's a thing, though. Well, first, I'm gonna say this. Ferdinand, die. Like, I will be happy to see him just, like, if he dies this season, I will be happy to just, like, go, yes, because he deserves it now. He deserves it after well, it wasn't just the fact that he got his revenge on MK, but he's also extracting his, I guess that blue ball feeling, since Rachel deprived him of that, sadist thing through sex, of course. Like, he was frustrated, sexually frustrated, and with Rachel's new direction in life, he's feeling absolutely pissed off. But of course, before Rachel cut him loose, he kind of had to adapt so he could, keep up with Rachel. But of course, we saw throughout this episode, that took a toll on him, and it did and it did when he killed MK, and now I just want him to die. So, not just that though, but MK died, I guess, for nothing, because she stuck around in a means to, allow Sarah, Kira, everyone to escape, and, make sure that Neolution do not follow them. But, Kira, decided to refuse Sarah's offer and, go with Rachel. I'll get onto that in a minute, actually, because that's a powerful discussion as well, but MK. I felt like there was a lot more as well to be divulged with MK. I really, really grew to love her, but fuck Ferdinand. I hope he dies. I hope he gets hit by a truck. Like, literally. Well, not literally, but literally on the show, actually. Yeah. Actually, sorry. But yeah, the episode itself was pretty fun to digest. It was really, really, interesting seeing P.T. Westmoreland for the first time as well, and, him and his exchange with Cosima. I thought that was really, really good stuff. Like I said in the last episode, this whole thing sounds really, really, spicy on paper, but it's probably gonna kick, everyone up the arse, especially Westmoreland. Like, oh, but this was supposed to, be a better tomorrow. It's very, very interesting though, like, his discussion with Cosima, of course, and how he's relishing about, the creation of the clones. And, of course, we have to keep into account that, there's this idea to create a new generation, I guess, of clones. But, with P.T. Westmoreland, And the fact that Rachel is by his side, she's going to, Kira's now offering to, find out what she is, and then Rachel can take that to P.T. Westmoreland. I am sensing, especially with his idea to live longer and be a better human, race. I feel like, this new generation is going to involve, of course, the eradication of what, was punishing, most of the leaders with, that illness, of course, that MK, that Katya, that Cosima has. Maybe even, I'm not sure if casters would, be of accountability, because of course you've got that, seizure thing, that mental illness that they were having, of course. So they got that, and to create clones that have that, ability that, not just that mental ability that Kira has, but maybe super healing as well, because that can kind of account to the longevity of human life. Because, of course, like I said, going back to, his ambitions to live longer, to erase illnesses and that, like that little girl, of course, who had cancer, of course. Super healing is a big plus, especially if you're wounded or something like that. Or if you're hit by a car, like Kira's instance. Or if you're punctured, like, the twins for Helena, the unborn twins. It's a really, really ambitious thing if you want to, restart human cloning. That's going down a bit. Hang on. And Rachel sees that. Rachel sees a better tomorrow for a new set of clones. So, it's just really interesting how he's relishing in his work, and since there's this new idea, there's this idea of creating a new generation, there's that improvement, there's that room for improvement. Okay, it's a successor, this is what went wrong the first time around, so here's how we're going to fix this. So, it was just really, really interesting how he was divulging, with, information to, Cosima and that. And Cosima, who, had a type, she was trying to resist this. She seems to have that glimmer of hope when she had that little, sit down with PT, I noticed. Her face became so intrigued, of course, and, Delphine was, very, very intrigued as well. But, of course, there might be, something potentially more, given how she's running to Mrs. S, of course, and she doesn't want Sarah to know, so it would be very, very interesting to divulge, into her next episode, but, that's the thing though, Cosima seems so, she had that face of intrigue. Rachel, we know what her shtick is, so, like I said though, you gotta take this cautiously, because it sounds good on paper, but it's probably going to backfire heavily, so, but it was just really, really interesting stuff, of course, especially with, what I love though, is the fact that there was this, thing of kidnapping Kira, of course, this idea of kidnapping Kira from one person. Back in season 2, Rachel dressed up as Sarah to kidnap Kira, and now the roles have been reversed. Sarah, so it's just really, really bizarre, and like I said, it's not the first time that, she's done that, she's donned the Rachel appearance, Sarah, but it's so interesting how, how Rachel's ambition to kidnap Kira has been kind of replicated, but the roles reversed, so, I just really, really, found that interesting, of course. But Mrs. S, of course, everyone, dropping the agreement thing, of course, of, siding with Rachel and Neolution. But, that might be best for business potentially, agreeing with Rachel and what she has to offer. Not necessarily, but it might be at this point, given Kira's comments, of course, that she wants to know what she's all about. And I could see that. I mean, like I said, if I was a kid and I had these extraordinary abilities, I would want to know what the hell is going on as well. But Sarah's got that reluctancy to, give Rachel, the keys to glory, I guess. She's very, very skeptical. She doesn't want, Rachel to have this, that happiness that she desires, of course. especially with what she's done. So, she's a bit reluctant, of course, but I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, would it be better if you ask, then again, it's that reluctancy, isn't it? It's that reluctancy to, you know, do you want to give Rachel that opportunity or do you not? But Kira wants this, and I'm thinking Kira has more, of an idea of what's the best solution because of, you know, her mental ability, of course. So I'm thinking, you know, they could have easily just, you know, denied her that, opportunity of, you know, siding with Rachel and, you know, wanting to know more about herself. They could have easily done that, like, just, you know, go really, really aggressive, like, I guess, kicking and screaming, like, hold her and put her in the van. But, you know, I guess, you know, like I said, with Kira's ability, of course, she senses that another option would just not be good enough. Well, I don't know. I think they're still a bit, you know, curious, because Sarah even dismissed about the fact that MK died, of course. So she's not really too invested with, like, she's not too knowledgeable about the whole mental ability thing. So it's not like, you know, they know that this might be the best decision in Kira's eyes. But I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Kira's choosing this as an option. Like, I think she wants to know more about herself, but maybe this might be the best option rather than the alternative, being taken away. So I'm just thinking that there might be more motivation to knowing more about yourself. But like I said, I think that's, you know, really, like, if you're in that position where you've got these abilities, you want to know what the hell is going on. So that might be the primary motivation. But, you know, choosing this way will probably cause, you know, less damage than going with Sarah and, etc. So, yeah. I do see Kira's point, though. So, I mean, she's a kid, like, she's a kid, and, you know, you've got that, you know, you've got that debate. Do you want to listen do you want to listen to a kid, or should parents, you know, make the decision for the kids and all that? Especially when you're facing against Rachel, against Neolution, etc., and you don't want to give her that opportunity. But, this is the thing now. Kira wants to know more about herself, so, it'll be very, very interesting to see how that does, you know, go down, in future, especially when we're, like I said, when we're considering Westmoreland's ambition, especially with this whole new generation of clones potentially in the works. So, yeah, it'll be very, very interesting to go down there. Helena's story was really, really fantastic as well, especially how she just dealt with that doctor. Like, again, this show does not is not afraid to go those limits, but here we are. And especially the Neolution confusion, of course. It doesn't help that, the procedure had the first three letters of NEO. So, yeah, it doesn't really help there. But, you do feel so bad for that doctor anyways. But, it's, you know, classic Helena, I guess, especially since, you know, this is her children, and like I said, Neolution, this whole thing with Neolution is, you know, keeping everyone on their toes. So, yeah, I can't really blame her for reacting like that, but I do feel so bad for that doctor anyways. But of course, I think it's confirmed as well that, you know, those twins are like Kira, of course, since they survived. I kind of had that, you know, feeling. If Kira was like that, maybe Helena could be like that, perhaps. But yeah, it seems like they will grow up to be like Kira potentially. So, interesting stuff. We'll just have like a legion of offsprings to the leaders. Like we have, well, I mean, only Helena and Sarah could produce, but who knows? Like, I mean, I know the show will be over in like, 8 episodes time or whatever, but in the future, maybe Sarah can settle down and have more kids and then they can, yeah. I'm just going, like, beyond the future or whatever, but, yeah, like I said, it seems like they're gonna grow up to be like Kira, have super healing, potentially, you know, have the same abilities, like mental abilities that Kira has. You know where I'm going. So it's going to be, interesting to see how, you know, this does play out, like when she gives birth, because I doubt they're going to close off the show without her giving birth or whatever. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see, you know, well, we won't be able to see, you know, them, you know, using their mental powers or whatever, but, it's just going to be very, very interesting to follow, Helena's story as well, considering she's going to a location that she's only told Donnie, so, yeah, where that could be, who knows, but it's going to be, even Donnie was surprised, so it's somewhere potentially familiar if Donnie is aware of, the location, or if he's stunned by the location. So it's something that, you know, is heavily connected to Helena, or somewhere that we visited before. But yeah, really, really fun episode. MK's death. Yeah. I'm just wanting Ferdinand to just get whacked over the head or something like that with, I don't know. Just go Lucille on him. Like, literally, I would just love to see him die now, after he did that. There was something else I was going to talk about. I mean, just that, how, I mean, that's the thing though, like I said, he extracted his revenge, like his frustrations from Rachel on MK as well as, you know, Helsinki playing in, as a factor. And it was comical at first, like Ferdinand not getting what he wanted, but it wasn't so comical at the end, was it? So yeah. I just love that though, that little line as well, like, that Sarah's the master of stealth. She literally is. I mean, how many times has she hidden herself away from, why is that going down? I have no idea. How many times has she hidden herself from danger or whatever? And, you know, she does the cliche disappearance thing. Like, I swear that's her ability, like, I know she won't have an ability like Kira, but she has an ability, like a certain ability. But then again, like Felix said, Felix implied it to be himself, but Sarah was like, actually, I'm the master of stealth. And even Mrs. S agreed, so. I just love that. Like, every episode now, she seems to be like, okay, hide, enemies approaching, she's gonna be gone. There we go. So, yeah, I just love that. But yeah, great episode, continuing how great Season 5 is turning out to be. I'm really, really invested. It's giving that Season 4 feel, which I'm glad, because Season 4, like I said, is probably the best season thus far. But, yeah, it's giving that vibe, which I'm really, really great. Because like I said in the last episode, I want it to be like that, especially to close off this show entirely. And so far, I'm getting what I want from this show, so, from this season, should I say so. Awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!